created something here called the pain loop. What the pain loop is how we keep ourselves stuck in a constant cycle of trauma, repeating trauma, or cycles, karmic patterns. So first, this starts with the focusing on the 3D. I'm going to show you what I have written here. So first, what we do, we focus on the 3D. So this could be your perceived lack, how you decide to see your circumstances. I just labeled this perceiving through the wounded lens. Reality is subjective, but the way that we decide to see it or perceive it is subjective. This is going to trigger your trauma responses because your subconscious mind constantly looking for threats, scanning for threats to protect you. This is what is keeping you in survival mode, keeping you attached to a version of you that is wounded from past experiences or past trauma. You may start overthinking, overanalyzing, you might even start worrying, have fear or doubt. We can basically call that ego-based reaction. Your trauma reaction is going to lead to a response, and this is when you take action in the 3D. This is action that reinforces the pattern, the loop of wounded reaction. This can look like taking steps in your 3D attempts to protect yourself, but really it can be self-sabotage. This leads you to actually manifesting something else, something that could actually be a real issue. Because we manifest with our emotion. We manifest not what we want, but what we focus on, what we believe. And what we believe, we see. Maybe you find out the truth that you saw something maybe the wrong way, you heard it in the wrong way, but because of your reaction that was based in trauma, you saw it as something that it wasn't, or you heard it as something that it actually wasn't. It was very subjective. It was through your wounded lens. So this can actually cause an event in the external to basically reinforce the reality that you're healing or you're shifting out of, I guess you can say, or manifest as another scenario where you will need to heal from. And then that leads back into the focus on the 3D. This restarts the cycle, this restarts the pattern. If you want to take a look at it, this is what I wrote down. It was very spur of the moment, but I just needed to get it out. The way to break this loop and this cycle is to focus on the internal. Stop limiting yourself based on your circumstances or what's happening around you. Focus on how you're reacting and how you're responding to them. Focus on programming your subconscious mind, detachment. Focus on the outcome that you do want. Focus on what you do want to manifest. Feel what it feels like to have and live in that reality where you have what it is that you desire, that you want. Learn how to redirect your focus out of anxiety, worry, and fear when it comes up. It's very subtle at first, but the more that you focus on it, the more it builds and builds. So bringing yourself back to a neutral state, meditating will really help with this. Having a way to discharge that energy into a neutral response, so finding a source or an activity to get that energy out, and then focus on what it is again that you do want, the outcome that you do want. You can also do this through manifestation or just taking aligned positive action. That is you being the version of you that has what it is you want. I know it was a little messy, but I hope you understood basically what I was trying to say. I don't really make these kind of videos, so it might have came out a little weird. I trust and believe that this was helpful in some shape or form for you.